sections. Read this passage, then answer questions 1 through 4. The Return of the Robins. Paragraph 1. We just survived a terrible winter. Our town was often buried in snow. The snow was sometimes so deep that people couldn't go to school or work. We had to stay home and spend time shoveling out. There was snow on our driveways and snow on our roofs. The snow was piled 4 feet high in some yards, and it was so cold. The temperature outside was very cold. In fact, it was often below 0. That's why people were happy to see a familiar sign of spring. What was this sign? The robins returning to our town this week. Paragraph 2. Robins are beautiful orange and black birds. They migrate or travel from the south to the north each year in early spring. We clapped and cheered when we saw a robin perched in our tree, explained Della Barros. But then I became worried. It was still so cold out. Snow was still on the ground, but Barros did not need to be concerned. Scientists believe that robins return north for food, not warmth. Earthworms and insects can be found in the north. Robins eat these bugs and feed them to their young. How do they know when it's time to go? Paragraph 3. During the late summer and early fall, robins become restless. Scientists think that this is because there is less daylight. The birds may know that this means their food will soon be scarce. When the days become shorter, robins gather in flocks. Then they wait for perfect flying conditions. Clear skies and gentle winds help them travel safely. When the time is right, a flock will begin its migration. Paragraph 4. Scientists think that traveling in flocks helps the robin survive. A robin flying all alone might not spot a predator, but if hundreds of robins fly together, some robins in the group will see the predator. Being in a flock also makes it easier to find food. The flock travels south to a place where the birds have a healthy food supply. Most robins feast on fruit throughout the winter. How do they know where to go? Paragraph 5. Scientists are not sure how robins and other migrating birds know where to go. They may use a technique called piloting. When piloting, birds follow familiar landmarks such as mountains and lakes. Another theory is that birds use true navigation. The robins might have an internal map in their brains. They use this map to guide them on their way. This theory would explain how birds flown off course by strong winds still find their way. Paragraph 6. Amazingly, scientists claim that many robins return to the same place in the north every year. How do they know this? The scientists caught some robins in a soft net. They placed bands with unique numbers on each bird's leg. By tracking these numbers, they discovered that about half the birds return to the same place each year. This means that the robin you see in your yard this spring might come back again next year. Question 1. What detail about robins helps explain why they migrate? A. Robins can only survive in places with warm weather. B. Robins like to live where there is a healthy food supply. C. Robins become restless in the late summer and early fall. Or D. Robins like to travel in large flocks to protect themselves. Question 2. According to the text, how is traveling in flocks advantageous to robins? A. They are able to identify when flying conditions are perfect. B. The days become shorter. C. They eat fruit. Or D. The chances of seeing a predator are higher. Question 3. What is the main idea of paragraph 1? A. The robins are a welcome sign of spring. B. Some people could not travel because of the deep snow. C. The temperature was below 0 degrees. Or D. Some people were worried that the robins would be cold. Question 4. Which detail from the article best supports the main idea? A. We just survived a terrible winter. Our town was often buried in snow. B. They migrate or travel from the south to the north each year in early spring. C. Scientists think that traveling in flocks helps robins survive. Or D, the scientists caught some robins in a soft net. They placed bands with unique numbers on each bird's leg.